Hi there. I want to talk to you about a workshop that can actually start to give you a return on the investment of every single piece of training you've ever taken or given to the people in your organization. Whether it's Excel, conflict management, team building, emotional intelligence, project management, I don't care what the training is. This workshop is going to help you leverage the training and finally start to get some return on some training that perhaps for some of you, you weren't necessarily seeing as of yet. What is that training? It's called coaching skills. Coaching is different than training. Let me explain why it makes a difference. Training by itself, here's why sometimes, or actually, in my experience, many times, you don't see the results that you'd like. It makes two almost fatal assumptions. It assumes that there are no personal and environmental barriers to implementing what someone learns at a training when they go back to their environment. And that is absolutely false. So let's talk for a couple seconds on personal barriers. There's two of them. Number one, self-discipline. Can I confess that I, by myself, am not as disciplined as my wife is. She has way more discipline to do what she needs to do than I do. That doesn't do me to failure. I need an environment that holds me accountable to doing the things I said I wanted to do, and I can be disciplined in my actions, but I need that environment to help me. Many of your employees are in my boat. And with best of intentions, they're going to go back, and the busyness of their normal day is going to take over. And to prioritize doing this change of what they now know and implementing that change just doesn't happen. It gets lost in the shuffle, and the investment you made isn't showing returns. The second personal barrier is sometimes fear. Fear of a conversation. If you're going to implement change, it means talking to people about changing things up and the way that you work together. And some people fear those conversations, for fear the consequence of having those conversations, of upsetting someone or angering someone or upsetting a relationship. And so they go back, and as much as they want to use the knowledge, that fear stops them in their tracks. And that investment you made, you aren't seeing your return. There's environmental barriers. Each one of your companies and industries is authentic. It has an authenticity. And we need to acknowledge that. It means that as you learn solutions, that when you go back and you apply them, what was learned in the classroom cannot be applied out of the box as is in every single environment that it's going to go back to. There are realities to your environment and realities to your industries that will not kill what you learned, but needs to tweak the implementation of what you learned so that it can be implemented for success. And if people go back and there is no help in doing that, there is no counsel and support and accountability to do that, very often these change initiatives fail because they don't persuade properly. They don't lay the proper groundwork. The plan isn't there. And the investment you made in the training, are you seeing the results? You don't. I offer a coaching skills workshop. We're doing a public one in Jasper, Alberta, April 25th, but I bring it to companies. I can bring it to your company. And a coaching culture is one with two walls. The first wall is support, so that as people go back and they have questions about navigating your environment to implement a new solution, or they have questions about a fear of having a conversation with someone, they have someone they can go to and talk about it. And you know what? I want to dispel a myth. Coaching is not hand-holding and babysitting. Some leaders in my workshops, very honestly, they have this view of coaching. And it's almost like creating this entitled workforce. That is not it at all. In a coaching environment, they're going to get support for what they need to do. But the second wall is accountability, saying it's up to you to do it. And by the way, since we're talking about it, when are you going to do it by? And I'm going to follow up, or we're going to follow up a couple days after, and I'm going to ask you how it went. That's a powerful combination. To feel like we're supported actually engages an employee. And then to be accountable actually forces action, which starts to see results. Can I encourage you, if you're a leader, can you focus people on actions today that drive results tomorrow? Too many environments just focus on what the prize needs to be, what the result needs to be. When you're constantly looking at something that seems so far away, you get discouraged, and it stops the actions that are going to get us there. A coaching culture, I'll leave you with this thought, values thoughtful action today and expects thoughtful action today, more so even than it expects immediate results. Because with action, you always get a result, and even bad results will teach you and lead you to the path of doing it for your greatest success. If you want more information on a coaching skills workshop, 403-874-1044. You can email me at david@authenticity.com. If you're on a landing page looking at this, you can click down below and download the course PDF. I would love to work with your teams in helping them what I call build capacity. Bridge the gap between knowledge, which they got from their training, and results, which comes from coaching. Have a great day.